Legend of Total War here with part 35 of my Empire Total War Blitz Campaign as Great Britain. Previously we destroyed the Barbary states, and now it's time to defeat Morocco. Alright, so what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to grab you. You're the only general left that has no movement, because we're going on the boats shortly after this. I'm going to have you just stand there, then you guys can make the attack there. That's perfect. They shouldn't even be using up any movement points by doing this, I think. Well, if they are, it's going to be minimal. And then we get them on the boat, get the boat over to the fleet, get the fleet over to Crimea. And then from there, we just need to take out essentially the north. Poland, Lithuania, Sweden, Russia, of course. Majority of Russia shouldn't be a problem. It's a bit of a rainy day. I don't like this map. The only good spots are right near the red line. I don't like setting up near the red line. You just don't get enough choice. Well, the selections can be shit. The thing is, for artillery, the ground that you put them on, okay, actually this is alright here, is crucial. And if you put them on shit ground, well, they're going to be shit. More so than any other unit. I'm gonna have to group them. This is too fucking messy. Stupid game and its stupid tooltips things. I hate grouping. Okay, everyone else will be in suicide general squads. Okay. Yeah, I actually think this is an alright spot. One of our generals is popping up. Actually, there's probably all three of them popping up near there. It's alright, the suicide generals, I can never make use of them again, so it doesn't matter if they die. It doesn't mean we throw them away. It just means if they die, it's all good. Because after this, they can't travel any further. And we won't need them for next turn, because next turn the world will be ours. We don't need any more soldiers. Just keep them here for now. We'll see. So, are they coming towards us? Yep. Alright, I want my pikes nearby. Their cavalry are charging. What are these, camel nomads? Yep. Come on, obliterate them. You gotta do it quickly. Luckily, camel nomads are fairly slow. Come on, that should break them. Yes, very nice. Okay, now that's not the general, is it? The general's hanging around over here. That's fine. Probably don't need the pikemen now. Alright then, I think I'll just pause the recording now and just let this play out. It's just a case of attaching, detaching, and blowing them up until there's not much left. And then maybe when there's not much of them left, I'll send these three generals in to charge just to finish them off quickly. So I'll pause the recording now until something interesting happens. Okay, so the battle's become a little bit more interesting. This position wasn't fantastic. I couldn't get any really good shots with round shot, and they just came at me at awkward angles. So I've been using these cavalry here now to try and get rid of these guys that are just rushing towards me. Come on, break them. Armed populace are really not very strong. We've so far managed to rout the enemy general. I just couldn't manage to kill him. Okay, not too bad so far. Trying to keep all these guys alive by keeping them out of the fight for the most part. Problem is, yeah, I just can't get any fucking good hits, and if I let them get too close so that I can canister shot, they rush all the way, and unfortunately because we're so close to the fucking red line, there's really nowhere to run. So, like I've said so many times before, where you position yourself makes a huge difference, and where we've positioned ourselves now, like we didn't have any really good options, but where we positioned ourselves here is not great. It was the best of what we had, but it was still shit. Watch out for fire-locked armed populace. These guys here, they need a little bit of a rest. For fuck's sake, they were just getting out of range, the motherfuckers. Alright. I'll pause the recording until something else interesting happens. So far we're doing alright, and if these guys here die, it's fine. I was hoping to use them a little bit later on in the battle, so I'm hoping to thin these guys out a bit, but I just can't land any fucking hits. And if I do, it's just very rare. Just because the fucking shots keep bouncing around all over the place. There's buildings and hills all over the place. It's very hard to use artillery in a region like this, but whatever, I'll just make do. Okay, so yeah, this battle's not going, like, great, because these guys just keep coming at us from weird angles. We haven't lost any men, but it's just these guys here haven't really been able to get really good hits. There's 6 battalions left, and they're all quite tired, so I've decided, fuck it, now's the time. Let's use our generals and just see if we can just smash them. After all, we don't need these guys anymore. If this doesn't work, we've still got other forces. Shit. The fact that they're going after my artillery crew is bad. You need to hurry up and get over to them. These desert warriors have got guns. They're the equivalent of militia. It's okay. At least they're not shooting these. Alright, that brings us down to 4 units left. Just come over here. Give these guys a little bit of a breather. Get back on the artillery. Don't shoot yet. Shit. Fuck me sideways in this stupid game's pathfinding. Fuck. Alright, you don't have time for this. Get over there. I shouldn't even... If I could tell them to not even come into the battle. I thought I fucking told you guys not to even shoot. Just forget about it. Just don't even worry. Yeah, it's just one of these battles where the AI is just... It's just not going the way I want it to. It's largely just because of the terrain. I can't manipulate how I want things to be. And that's fine. Not everything can be super fucking easy, but it is better. It's more fun, I guess, when it's like that, because otherwise it takes forever. But these guys here, they're just winded, and they're charging into tired units that... They haven't lost their general, but he has left the battlefield. Plus they're losing the battles, and they surely should recognize that. How you going with this? Absolutely terrible there. Same with there. So it just didn't work. We weren't quite ready for it. But while that's going on, it gives us a chance to get these guys out of here. Because the thing is, you can't even withdraw your troops properly in this game. These guys here, they're fucked. They're never going to get out of this. Alright, you might be better off actually pushing through this force here. God damn it, slow. Attack that. Look at this. It's routing. That's weird. Whatever, I'll make use of it. So why none of them have actually died yet? Not that it matters, they're all immortal. Good, shattered. Now come over here and try and rest a little bit. There's only 2 units left, if we can get rid of that one as well. Get away from their guns. Come on, make him shattered. If we can actually rout those 2 units with these guys here, it's technically a perfect result. Okay, good. Huh, look at that. Although it was a pain in the ass to maneuver, it is a perfect result, because these guys here, they can't come with us. We didn't lose any other units, or any other troops, so perfect. These guys here lost nothing. And that's the end of Morocco. Now these guys will have to get on the boat make their way to Crimea. So I'll get on to that. So I'll just pause the recording as I sort that out. It's a very long trip. Barbary State ship's gone. On their way to Crimea, where there's a port there where they can get off. We can't take anyone that's got low movement. Oh, sorry, anyone that's got no movement. It'd be good if there was someone here with low movement. Might have to hire a new general or something. Maybe just exhaust his movement. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, I'll pause the recording as I get over there. Okay, so here we are on our way to Crimea. Now, we got here and they've hired a ship. It's in port. It's just a galley. Now, you can't just go waltzing in there with a huge fleet and expect them to intercept you. So, we're going to need to put pretty much all of our ships away and go in just with these. Also, I picked up the troops that were in these two ports here, so we got more generals here. Obviously, guys that we hired from last turn. So it's just a light galley. We'll need to fight it manually. Excuse me. We do not need to capture this this ship. I can sell it, but it's not worth much. Now, I can certainly do this with just a sloop. Fuck, if I could take on bloody 6 of them in the other blitz with one sloop, then I can do it this time. Once again, we want to charge at them with the wind at our back. So we need to align things up right. Because the thing is, I mean it's obvious, but I'll just explain it anyway. They have oars, which means they can sail against the wind faster than ships with no oars. Duh. Really doesn't need to be explained. And you want to close in quickly because they've only got cannons on the front. Therefore, if you get ran at the broadside, it's fucking useless. Yeah, some people are so stupid that they would call that exploiting the AI. Actually, it's called fucking tactics and exploiting the weakness of a ship. Alright, fuck. We don't need to make it slower. Of course I still want to capture it. Oh, no you don't. Uh-oh. Where... Did it just surrender? No. What? What the fuck? You stupid shit! My ship sunk in the middle of the fight. Now that's a first. I have to do that again. I haven't seen that happen before. Alright then. Normally if a fail like that happened, I would have just started the video again. But that was pretty funny. Sloops suck. That's why I changed from sloops to 5th rates. I remember back when I did the first blitz, I was relying on sloops because I was trying to do it cheap. And I would have to redo naval battles so many times. And naval battles would end up taking me fucking forever. And then I was like, why don't I just use 5th rates instead? It's just like, battles that would have taken 2 hours started taking 20 minutes. Alright, I didn't do a good job of this one. Gotta slow down the galley. Because if it can't maneuver very fast, then we got it. Let's just hope we don't sink this time. I don't think we will. It doesn't matter how much damage is done to the ship. I'm going against the wind, motherfucker. Still faster than it. Good. And then we just sell the ship. I mean, we don't need the money. That get rid of it from the port. Now, what we do here, we land. Yeah. We want to get a peace treaty with them. Hang on. How are we gonna do this? We can't get a peace treaty until we're out of the port, or else it'll kick us out of the port completely. Because we want to get some money out of them. But also, I don't want to use up too much movement. None of these guys have heaps of movement, but also don't want to get intercepted. I know. No, I don't. They're not going to intercept me. That's fine. So I'm going to have this guy use up all of his movement, because we need some guy that has no movement left, or else the movement bug doesn't work. And unfortunately, I didn't take anyone that had low movement. I mean, John Churchill has low movement. But still. Okay, that's fine. That works out for me right there. Wait a second, I used the wrong guy, didn't I? Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're so far ahead now, we're good to go. Alright, so... Hang on. I gotta save it. What am I doing? Yep, that. What am I doing? They don't even have 2,000? Shit. Poorest country in the world. Alright, well. Well then. Let's just get into it then. Alright, so what are we doing? Alright, I just need to break up the video to, well, just to save it back up the save, because I don't want to have to drag myself all the way back over here from a backup save, so yeah, I'm just going to pause the recording for a moment. Alright, so we're here at Crimea, and it's proving to be a little bit of a bitch of a fight. Just because if you do things one way, then they change their tactics to go another way, and it's just irritating. But anyway, there's not much movement used up when we do this. One of the big issues that we're having here are Cossack cavalry. These are mounted gun troops that are actually very fast. They could have been very useful to me in this campaign if I had any, but my mounted gun units can only be recruited in America if I can get a certain building in certain regions. Obviously don't have time to get that sorted, but that's okay. Alright, so I start off with all my units here because it's not actually going to use up much of my movement points. Now the problem with this map is there's a lot of obstacles in the way of artillery. Like there's buildings. If I position here, for example, which is high ground, you know, it's just very awkward positions. But I will position there. I just don't like it very much. Because if I position right here, which is probably the top of the hill, you don't want your shots bouncing on the ground, which they will. Because they don't arc their fucking shots at all. That's one of the things I don't like about artillery over like catapults and stuff. I mean, I do recognize, you know, the superiority of, you know, gunpowder artillery. I just don't like it. Doesn't appeal to my tastes. Excuse me. Alright, so let's get started. So I've got a suicide general if I should need it, which I shouldn't. I mean, there's no artillery to worry about. Like I said, the main thing I'm worried about, Cossack cavalry. suppose they're just called Cossacks. They do have Cossack infantry. Somewhere. There it is. Certainly would be good if we can kill this general. That would make a big difference. Come on guys, be a bit more accurate than that. You can do it. Right down the middle. This have damaged him. Now they're doing this shit again. They just blob up over here. Right, well, when they do this, what we have to do is we have to send our generals. Well, we just have to send some units around over here, and then they'll send them forward. So maybe they'll send someone to chase us. Now, if they send their Cossack cavalry at us, not only do Cossack cavalry have better melee ability, there's more of them, and they get a huge volley off to begin with, so they're quite dangerous. Which is why we need to shoot them with artillery, but they're out of range at the moment. Okay, so that woke them up a little bit. Thing is, I've also tried moving my artillery forward to get closer, but then they just bum rush you. Like, this does seem to be the best spot. Just, we gotta get lucky and hope they don't do certain things. Like I said, winning this battle, not a problem. Very easy battle to win. Winning it without taking very many casualties, or taking the right kinds of casualties, that can be difficult. Sometimes they'll just decide, hey, I feel like sending all my forces to go chase their artillery guys. And the guys on the artillery, they're really slow runners. Okay, their Cossack cav is on the way by the looks of it. That's good. I want to start shooting them more than anything. I wouldn't mind if this huge blob came and stood over here. I'm a little bit concerned that we're not doing enough damage to them. Because I just need them to shatter. Okay, I got my suicide general here. If I need to, I'll send him in. Essentially, as long as one man survives, that's all we need. Ooh, that was a good shot right there. Cavalry have very large hitboxes. I don't want them to break just yet, because they won't shatter. We need another big hit on them. Come on, come on. Oh, good, they've shattered. Okay, never mind. It's all good now. Well, that takes away a lot of the challenge of the battle. The rest of this, I guess, is just going through the motions. So, I think I'll pause the recording now and just go through the motions, just, you know, smash them up. Attach and detach and all that kind of shit. And resume recording if anything interesting does actually happen. Huh. Well, funnily enough, well, as you can see, you got victory here, but it was just one of those moments where I was just watching a video, expecting them to march back, and then suddenly turn back, and then, whoa, victory. When did that happen? I don't think I took many casualties, so... Great. I took no casualties. Well, that's better than all the other attempts then. And that's the end of Crimea. Alright, so where do we end up? Where's our next stop? I didn't expect Ukraine to have so few troops there. I wonder if they would surrender. I've already bankrupted the Ottoman Empire. I kind of wanted to go east. Make my way down to Dagestan. Dagestan doesn't seem particularly strong. You've had goddamn 2 turns to recruit and this is all you've got. Morons. So, I think we'll come to here first. I should be able to get their surrender. and then fight Dagestan. Alright, well I'll pause the recording as I make my way over there then. Okay, so here we are at Cherkassk, and luckily the people here, they will surrender. So I'm going to take you out. Oh, fuck off. Needed more troops. I tried it with the 2 line infantry, so I thought, oh, we'll see if it works with 2 militia. Nope. Alright, so I guess we'll have to use the line infantry then. But then again, there's more men in the line infantry than there are in the militia, so that might have had something to do with it. It was all about trying to find the right angle where they lost pretty much no movement points. They lost some, but barely even noticeable. Alright, now we're on our way to Dagestan, so that's the next stop. So I'll pause the recording as I make my way over there. Okay, so now we're up to the Battle of Dagestan. I'm a little bit pissed off at the moment because this is the second time I have to fight this battle. Right, the first time everything was going perfect, great. I was shooting them from a distance, and you know how with this battalion, I've shown it a few times in this campaign where one of the guys, while everyone else is still on the artillery, decides, hey, why don't I go into melee with the troops up ahead? So I was sitting there, shooting, and I was, had it zoomed out, so I couldn't see this guy fucking run off. And he decided that he'd go and get himself killed. Now, normally I wouldn't care, but if I lose one more man from this battalion, it get 3 cannons instead of 4. So yeah, I gotta do the whole fucking battle again, because that fucking cunt decided to commit suicide. So that's very irritating for me. Alright, so, whatever. It just pisses me off. Yeah, just go in there. I'll just do it the same way as I did before. Just sending him in like this. Goddamn waste of half an hour. Fucking asshole. Alright, stupid bugs in this game. I mean, without the bugs... what's it called? This campaign wouldn't even be possible. In case you're wondering what I'm doing here, these are going to be suicide generals because I've already wasted a bit of time on this battle now, and I'm going to use these guys. I'm going to have to hire some more generals in order to get here anyway, so I might as well use them in this battle. So I'm getting the guys that are the weakest. So those 3 there. I just meant to remember John Churchill's not to fight. Yeah, I'll just throw them into suicide. Whatever, who cares? Because the thing is, like, once I've conquered all settlements, I don't need any of my armies, don't need any generals, I can disband everything, don't need any navies, it's all demilitarization of the entire world. Don't need it all, don't need any of it. So, if these guys get killed, if it's for a good cause, if we're winning the battle, then so be it. They die as heroes. And speed things up a bit. Because obviously melee combat is a much faster way to win a battle than by using one load of artillery to pinpoint, kill every last one of these guys. It takes a long time. Okay, so you're... Okay, I'll put these guys in a group. That's probably the best way for me to know that they're suicide generals. Now, I put my cannons over here last time, and it was a great spot. It's just that fucking guy that decides to go and commit suicide. It happens so often, and if I don't fucking catch the prick, he goes and he just goes and gets himself killed. And I wouldn't care if it didn't weaken the artillery impact in future battles. If it was the last battle of the campaign and that happened, I wouldn't care. But we've still got a few more to go for these guys. So perhaps the first thing we should do is kill the general. Yeah. It's kind of annoying that, you gotta bring all my guys all the way over here. The guns are gonna take a while to get here. That's all of our troops, because our other cannons can't make it to the battlefield. Now, the reason why I didn't bring my guys forward, I mean, it should be self-explanatory, but of course I always need to explain myself for those who don't understand. After this battle, we have to go north. So we were going south. So we're going in the opposite direction that we wanted to go. So if I just sent someone to just go and initiate the attack, we're actually saving movement by doing that. However, I didn't need to do that. It's just that is the most efficient way. Because don't forget, you won't get as far using the movement bug on an individual unit, because it does... detaching and reattaching isn't efficient unless you've got a big army. Like if you just got one unit or two units in an army trying to use the movement bug, that's like the least efficient thing you can do. Because like I think the way the movement works in this is that it reduces your movement points based on the distance, but also the amount of actions that you do. So if you, for one unit to get the furthest distance, it would be simply one action. And the least efficient way is to do things in 100 actions, which is what the movement bug does. But when you combine pushing everyone along, it still ends up being way more efficient than just moving everyone in one turn, in one action. So, what have they got here? It's armed citizenry. Firelocked armed citizenry. They don't have any, like, swords. I mean, apart from the unit. I mean, they don't have, like, armed populace, which are, like, melee citizenry sort of stuff. So this is a pretty good spot here, because, for one thing, they can't just climb up this way as well. So they have to come up through here if they want to get to my artillery. Or go around. So we'll set them up there. Alright, we'll also need to group this up. You can kill the enemy general that... Oh, I didn't mean to select you in there. A little bit further back. How are we going with that? Why do I keep selecting all these wrong units? God damn it. Do it. Okay, so from here I'll pause the recording, and if anything interesting happens, I'll be sure to show it. Alright, so the battle's almost over. There's only 2 firelocked armed citizenry left, I think. Yeah. And everything's gone well. We didn't have this stupid suicidal idiot this time be a moron. I barely even needed to use these guys. I've lost 1 man so far. So, that's good. I mean, we're leaving these guys behind, so I could just send them into suicide this at some point. But I want to at least get 1 load of canister shot in on them first. Because that way they'll be wavering when they charge. Because the thing is, if these guys get into prolonged combat, they're no good. You gotta break them on the charge. Doesn't matter if they even shoot them, just get the volley in. Right, there's that chance. Yeah, so they shot him a bit, but it's fine. And the other one over there runs despite being full strength. What's it gonna do at that point? Good, so that'll be the end of Dagestan. I'm happy with that battle. Very happy with it, actually. This guy here has only got enough movement to get to this point. We're sure as shit not going to spend more movement to go pick him up. Who cares? So he was a suicide general as well. Nah, doesn't matter. Now for the rest of them, their job is now to get to here, which I'm sure we'll be able to get them just to surrender. So let's have a look at the pathway we need to take. So this is where I was afraid we were going to use up a lot of our money, but that's okay. We got tons now. So we come here, then there, then here, then there. To don't expect me to bloody pronounce these names. To here, then there, then to St. Petersburg. I think that's our pathway for them. And that at that point there, we should start using this army. There. Maybe from here we could walk to Finland. Because they can also take a ship. These guys will be able to get there. Where would I drop them off though? Could drop them back here. So they can make their way to Moscow. Or whatever, I'll figure it out. There's still a lot of things to do. We've got 98 territories, of course. I think the 13 colonies have got 17, so we're almost done. Anyway, that's the end of this episode, guys, so like and subscribe. Part 36 is next, and don't forget to visit me on Facebook. See you next time, fuckers.